So how to create Fiverr seller account to make money online and get experience. Here you can see we have some requirements before we create a Fiverr seller account. We must have an email, phone number and our personal info like our full name, our picture and description and much more. We must have skill, occupation and education. So you don't need to be worried. We have to discuss all of them one by one. So let's come toward any browser and here I will search for fiverr.com. So here I will click on the first one, Fiverr freelance service market, and here you can see the main dashboard of Fiverr. So here I will click on join and here you can continue directly with the Google and you can also continue with an email. So I will continue with my email and here I will provide my email. Remember that you have to use a fresh email. Fresh email means that you haven't used that email before on Fiverr. So here I will come to my email and I will copy my email. Then I will come toward again Fiverr and here I will paste it and then here I have to create a password. So here some guidelines for a password. So I will write my password here, let's say, and now it's done. So I will click on continue and then here you have a username. So let me understand you on a username. Here we have two names. Here you can see this is my personal Fiverr seller account and this is my display name and this one is my username. So your username should be an attractive. So I will come again here and now here I will create a username. So I am going to give you some guidelines for a username if you are individual. So your first will be your name and your second will be your expertise. Like here this one is the first one, Smith John, and the second one is Smith. But if you are a company, so you can use your company name. If you are an agency, so you can use your company name. So let me use here like Sakib and dropshipper. So actually I'm a dropshipper and here you can see this is my first name and this is my experience that I am a dropshipper. So here we have dropship only. So we can also use like Sakib eBay. So but let's use dropship. So this is available. You know, sometime it is not available, so you don't need to be worried. Like if I use, so here you can see Fiverr say that this name is already used, so you have to use your new name, your new username. So I will click on create my account and here I have to confirm my email. So I will again come to my email and here I have this email. I will copy the code and here I will come to Fiverr again and paste it here. Now here we have two options. The first option is that buying freelance service mean that are you entering to the Fiverr as a client or as a virtual assistant. So we are going to the Fiverr as a seller, as a selling. So here I will click on this option, selling freelance service, because we are going to help other people and make money. Now we have some other options like a side hustle, solo freelancer, agency employee and agency owner. So we don't have any agency and much more. I have to click as a freelancer. So I will click on next and now here I am just getting started. Freelancing online, freelancing offline, both online and offline. So actually I am doing freelancing online. So I will finish this setting. Now here we have some other options as well, so we have to complete them as well. So I will click on complete your seller profile, and now here it's time to complete our seller profile. So I will click on become a seller, and here we have some guidelines, so you can read these guidelines. I will directly click on continue, and here we have some other guidelines like you must have a good profile picture and much more. So you can read these guidelines later. I will click on continue. So here you can see these are the points that Fiverr tell you you should avoid this point, like you cannot request to take the communication and payment outside of Fiverr. You cannot create a duplicate Fiverr account. You can create more gigs, but you can't create double Fiverr accounts. So you can read these guidelines as well. I will directly click on continue, and now it's time to fill these requirements. So the first thing is full name. Remember, here we have some mandatories option and some of them are optional. So here you can see this one is mandatory, so I have to write my full name. Let's say Muhammad Saqib, and here I will write everything is okay. And now my display name is Muhammad Saqib. The name which is display here, let me show you this one. You can change this name as well, but remember you can't change the username. So that's why I told you you have to choose is wisely. Then you have a profile picture. Now let me give you some tips for a profile picture. Remember that never use a selfie or a picture that you took on the wedding or parties like this kind of. Just use a professional picture because you are working here. So the seller or the client who want to work with you, so he can't understand that okay, this person is for a worker. So that's why I recommend to use a professional picture. So let me just use a picture. Let's say one of my picture. I will come here and so I will use any of my picture, and now here you can see this is my picture. So now it's time to have a description, and this is the most important part, description. So I'm going to give you some points for description. Just use that points, so it will be better. You know, in description first try to explain yourself. Who are you? What is your experience? What is your skill? And then provide that skill in bullet points. Like let me show you my own description. This is my personal profile, and here you can see this is my description. So let me copy this whole description, and now you will understand. I will open the translation, and here I will paste my description. So here you can see I wrote, hi, I am Muhammad Saqib, an eBay consultant and full-time freelancer. I have been working as a freelancing on different social media platforms. And here you can see then I say I have been providing my eBay virtual assistant service since 2021, and then these are my services in bullet points. So here you can see I wrote this sentence in bullet point, this one also in bullet point, so it is easy for reading. You know, the clients don't have time to read your big description, so that's why I suggest to write the description in bullet points. And by the way, if you don't know how to write the description, so it is very simply, you don't need to be worried. Let's say let's open the Fiverr, and here let's search for let's say you want to enter to the Fiverr as a video editor, so you will give a video editing service. So here I will write video editing So here I will open the first 5 seller. Let's say this one, this man, and let's say this man. So this man. So what you need to do is simply click on his profile, and here this is his description. You can see, you can also check his description from here. This is his description. Here you can see a small description, which is not recommended. You have to show all your skills, and you have to explain yourself. Who are you? What is your service? This is another description. Here you can see. Now let me give you the idea only. And here we have this man, and the last one is Faisal. So let's check his description as well. Okay, so what you need to do is, let's say you are a video editor. So remember that never copy and paste. So just take the idea from them, like he wrote, I am Asbat and I am a freelancer and I have 4 year experience. So you can also write like this kind, and then you can check this one. Here you can see he also wrote some points. Pizza Hut and these national brand and much more. And here you can also check this one description. Here we don't have only one seller, we have tons of seller. You can check all of them and then create your own description. But remember that never use that stuff which you don't know. Like right now I am an eBay virtual assistant. I know how to do product research, but I don't know how to do product listing. So I don't need to write product listing in my description. Okay, remember this point as well. So I will copy this description, and here I will come, and here I will paste this description. So you can also create like this kind of description in bullet points. So now let's come toward the another interesting option, and that is language. So you can add many language, like let's say I add the English, so I can add the Urdu as well. And here we have some other option. If you can speak your language as a basic, as a fluent, as a native, so your choice. So I will write here native and add it. So you can add many language here. Okay, so I will click on continue, and now let's come toward your occupation. So here I will click on select, and here you can choose your occupation. So my occupation is a business, and here you can choose your skills. So my skill is actually a virtual assistant and also project management, e-commerce management, and you can choose your skill on your according to your own service. So let me check some others as well, like business consultant and much more. Here I will choose the year as well. So from 2019 to 2021, I learned this whole process, and here then I will come to the next option, and that is skill. So here I will add my skill like product listing. This is my skill, and I am an expert in product listing, so I have to add it. I can add more skills here, like let's say account management. So I will add this skill, and you can add as a beginner, as an intermediate and expert. So whatever is your skill you can add here. And if you don't know your skill, so you can come to your competitors, like in this case video editor. So these are your competitors, so you can check their skill, and then you can add this skill as well. But again, remember that if you have this skill, if you don't have this skill, you don't need to add this skill. You can just take the idea from your competitor profile picture. So once you add the skill, then it's time to work to come to education side, and this is not mandatory, this is an optional, but you can add it like here. Let's say my country is Pakistan, and here I will write any of my college, like let's say this one, and my title is, let's say, BSc and first semester. So, and the year was, let's say, 2019. So it is not important, but you can add it. So I add my education and now my certificate. So you can add your certificate, like in my profile I add one of my certificate that was from Zik Analytica, and let me show you that this one. So let me add a certificate like award from Zik Analytic. So here I will again write Zik Analytic, because this was an award and this was in 2022. So I will click on add, and now the last option is in this dashboard, that is a personal website. So if you have your portfolio, you have a website, so it is recommended to add it. Otherwise, if you don't have, so this is optional. So I will click on continue, and now the last option is phone number. So let's add the phone number as well, and you can also finish the whole dashboard here, but let me also use my number. And let's verify this number. So now I will receive a code, and once I give the code, so this will be done. So once the whole process is done, so then just click on finish, and now you are almost done. So I will click on done, and then here you can see it's time to create a gig. So that was all about how you can create a seller account on Fiverr. In next video we will learn that how we can create a gig. Until next video, take care of yourself and wait for the next video too. Thank you.